Hi guys, my name is Missy. I'm here to guide you through a meditation practice as well as a little bit of breath work, and we'll be doing some journal writing. I have a few journal prompts that I'm going to be offering you, so go ahead and make sure that you have a journal with you and a pen. If you want to get a little glass of water next to you for this practice, feel free to do so. And we'll not only be doing meditation and journal work, but we'll be doing a little bit of breath work as well. So I'll give you a second to get settled in. We're going to either be doing your meditation in a seated position or lying down, which we will get into in just a moment. But before we meditate, I'd like to do this short little breath work activity with you. So this breath work is 3 parts, and it is going to be breathing into the low belly, and then breathing into the rib cage, and then breathing into the chest. So we're going to go ahead and take our hands onto our knees before we even start and just take a few rounds of deep breaths. So we'll close the eyes, sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in through the nose and an open mouth exhale. Breath in, fill up. Exhale as slow as you can without any hurry, letting the breath leave the mouth. And then hold that empty. Breath in, breath out. We'll go ahead and blink our eyes open. We'll start by bringing our hands to our low belly. Your breath is going to fill your hands and the low belly. So as we breathe, send the breath down low. We'll take an inhale just to the low belly, and then open mouth exhale. Let's do that again. Breath into the low belly. Breath out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to take our hands and bring them to our rib cage. We're going to take the breath and try to fill the rib cage. And we're breathing so that we can expand out sideways. So we're trying to breathe into our palms. Let's take a breath in to the rib cage. Exhale. Trying to expand the lungs. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Breath in. Breath out. Take a moment. Settle in again. Maybe close the eyes. Now we're going to take this breath to the chest. So bring both hands to your chest. On your inhale, breathe into your palms. Exhale. Breathe into the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the hands, take a moment, shrug the shoulders, take a few twists, take the arms overhead a few times, reach them up and down. Let's take a little turn over to the right, and we'll take a turn over to the left. And let's come back to center. So now we're going to bring that all together. Breath is going to look like this. You're going to breathe into the low belly, and then you're going to expand the rib cage, and then up into the chest, and then exhale out. Let's try that all together. Inhale. Try that on your own. Inhale through the belly, the rib cage, the chest. Open mouth, exhale. One more time. Inhale, belly, rib cage, lungs, chest. Open mouth, exhale. Go ahead and close the eyes for just a moment and let yourself ground back down. I know sometimes when I do breath work, I get a little bit lightheaded, so just take a moment, and if you ever need to, bring your hands to the floor or to the bed, wherever you're sitting on, just to help ground you, to come back to your center. Awesome. Now this time we're going to take a different type of breath. So you might have heard of alternate nostril breathing. Well, we're just going to breathe out of just the left side. I know I've been a little bit anxious this past few days with everything going on, so I really want to work on bringing that anxiety level down before we start to meditate so we can get out of our heads and into our bodies. So the breath is just going to be plugging up your right nostril. So I'm going to be opposite of you this time because I am doing it with you. You're going to plug your right nostril. You're going to breathe in through the left and out through the left. Go ahead and try that with me. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take that 3 more rounds on your own. Remove your hand from your right nostril. Take a breath in. Open mouth, breath out. Go ahead and blink your eyes open. I'd like you to get as comfortable as you can for our meditation. So for me, I usually like to lay down almost every time I meditate. Some people don't like to do that because then their spine isn't nice and tall. Also, some people don't like to do that because they might fall asleep. But you know what? If you fall asleep, I believe you might just need it. You might have needed a little bit of a nap. So I suggest you get as comfortable as you can. I recommend bringing pillows under your knees. Sometimes when I sit cross-legged for too long, my legs fall asleep. So be sure to get comfortable with that. You might not cross the legs. You might just bring them out in front with with pillows supporting your knees. So really do whatever you need right now to make this the most comfortable that you can get so that you can be successful in your meditation. So we'll start by, if you're sitting up, we're going to bring our hands to our knees. If you are sitting up, I suggest you sit against the wall and bring a pillow so you have something to lean against. At any point, if you're not feeling comfortable in this meditation, don't be afraid to move. You know, there's not these like strict rules. No one's telling you have to stay completely still or that you have to sit up. If your back starts to hurt, you can start sitting up and then lay down. You're not going to ruin your meditation if you have to readjust or if you have to take a little break. So we'll start by bringing hands to knees if you're sitting up. And if you're lying down, bring one hand to your heart and one to your belly, or hands down by your sides. With your eyes closed, we already brought awareness to our breath, so we're just going to continue to breathe normally, just in through the nose and out through the nose, or out through the mouth, whichever you prefer. And because this is our home practice, nothing is perfect here. We can't really control the environment like we can at a yoga studio. So I want you to take a moment and notice the sounds going on around you so that you can invite them into your meditation rather than being annoyed or reactive towards them. Right now, I can hear the crickets outside. I can hear somebody playing with their bike downstairs. And I hear my loudest neighbor throughout this whole quarantine playing his music. I hear my boyfriend's chair creaking in the other room. I want you to just take a moment and just identify the things that you hear now. Now let's take a breath in. Deep inhale. Open mouth exhale. Let's breathe in for the count of 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top. Exhale out for the count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breath in. Breath out. Take a moment and I want you to raise your eyebrows. And then, like they say, furrow your brow. Take the eyebrows, squish them in, and then lift the eyebrows. Squish them in, lift, and then relax. To flare your nostrils, let them open up wide, and then relax. Let your nostrils open, and relax. If you can, take your ears and lift them. Relax them. Lift your ears, relax them. And take the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Let your jaw get really soft. Relax it so that your teeth come apart. Then move your jaw around a little bit, open and closed. Now just relax the face. No need to do any movements. Bring awareness to the top of your head. Just visualize a cup of water being poured on the top of your head. As you feel it trickling down the top of your head, it's moving around the ears, down the back of the head, moving onto your neck, onto the collarbones and the shoulders. And let's take a breath. Now start to bring awareness to your chest, the front and the back, the upper back and the chest. And when you take this next breath, really focus on the breath moving around the chest. And then letting that breath release. in with your biceps, your forearms, and your wrist. Can the hands get a little heavier? Bring attention to the ribcage area, the stomach, the mid-back, all the way wrapping around. Just want you to acknowledge that area. We don't have to do much. Visualize the breath swirling around. Let's take a breath there. Brings us down to the belly button and below, so the hip bones, the hip area, the pelvis, and the glutes. See if you can relax the muscles around that area. And let's send a breath down. That awareness travels down the legs, the thighs, so the quads, the hamstrings, the space behind your knees and in front. Complete awareness on the knees. And that focus travels down the calf, the shin. Trying not to rush through it, but really paying attention to what it feels like in that area of the body. Send a breath to the calf. Let that breath fall out of the mouth. Now paying attention to your ankle bones, the heels and the arches of your feet. And now paying attention to the tips of the toes. Let's take a breath from the tips of the toes and let that breath travel up the body all the way to the crown of the head. And then back down to the tips of the toes. One more time. Still here, breathing. And we'll bring awareness to your tailbone, the root chakra. Visualize the color red filling up the space around the tailbone, the sit bones, and even allowing that color red to flood the legs. And as that color red spills off your body, it trickles down into the ground, moving past the different layers, and then arrives at the center of the earth, at the core. a rooted, grounded feeling. I am safe. I am stable. I am home in my body. Now we'll travel up to the second chakra, visualizing the color orange moving around the pelvis. Imagine a whirlpool or waves of orange water. I like to visualize the infinity symbol moving as water, the color orange, swirling, moving, clearing, cleansing. I feel. I feel. We'll move up to the third chakra, visualizing the color yellow around the solar plexus, right above the navel. The color yellow not only is filling the front part of your body, but the back, the mid-back, the rib cage, the stomach. I like to visualize myself being illuminated, like there is a light in my body shining outward from all the directions, the front, the sides, the back, because I am powerful. I am confident. I am radiant. Allow that light to travel up the chest, the upper back, even the arms and the hands, which are an extension of the heart, are filled with the color green. A lush green color fills the chest, the arms, the hands. I am love. I am compassionate. Now we'll let that focus travel up to the throat, the fifth chakra. The color blue is filling your throat, the neck, front and back. Deep color blue. As you visualize that color moving around, you might silently repeat to yourself, I speak my truth. I speak kind words to myself and others. We'll move up to the third eye, the center, the space between your eyebrows, center of intuition. The color indigo moves around not only the forehead, but all around your head, to the back, the sides, your third eye. Space that we focus on to help us see past illusions, to to visualize, to manifest. And travel up to the crown, visualizing the color violet. The crown of your head opens and the color violet is spewing out the crown of the head up towards the heavens. You are open. You are ready to receive, to connect with your higher self, universe, God, whatever it is that you are connecting with. As you open that, allowing that stream of energy to move through the body fully, from root to crown, from crown to root. Let's take a breath. Open the mouth and exhale the breath all the way out. Taking a moment, nothing we need to do, nowhere we need to be, nothing that I need to tell you here. You are in this space of stillness with your body, and your mind follows. You appreciate that breath as it comes in and out slowly. Notice if you can hand your weight over to the floor just a little bit more. Each exhale, letting you get heavier so that you can relax into the ground. You do not have to hold onto anything here, physically, emotionally, mentally. This is your reset button. A time to be held by the earth, supported by yourself, supported by me, so that when we are done with our meditation, we are more likely to be able to support those around us. Continue to spread that love, that support, and that joy that we know that is in there. So we do our best to be present here to help connect and merge the mind and body once again. A full presence in our body helps to quiet the mind. This isn't to completely release our thoughts. This is to just try to come back to a single point of focus, which is being present in your body. So as the thoughts come in, watch them like a TV show. One scene comes in, the camera changes, another scene comes in, and we just let it float by. Nothing to attach to, no stories to finish, no rabbit holes to go down. Fluid thoughts. Checking in with your jaw, your shoulders, make sure they're soft. And start to take a few deep breaths in and out. We'll slowly start to wiggle our hands or fingers or toes, moving the wrist and ankles around. And when you're ready, we'll slowly start to blink the eyes open. If you're on the ground, I recommend reaching the arms up. If you're sitting up, reach the hands towards the ceiling. If you're on the ground, roll over to fetal position. We'll relax the arms. And then without any hurry at all, go ahead and make your way up to a seated position. And if you already are seated, go ahead and let your legs stretch out a little bit. Move your legs around, side to side, windshield wiper the legs. If you have that water and you'd like to take a sip, go ahead and grab a sip of water right now, or just take a moment to let your body move around. Start to come back into this moment. Blink the eyes a few times, shrug the shoulders. We're going to go ahead and get our journals out. And so I wrote a few journal prompts, and they all are assigned to a specific chakra. Now, the reason why we're even doing these journal prompts is just so that you have a little bit better understanding of where you're at right now, today, with yourself emotionally, checking in with your body physically, and something like when we talk about the third eye, visualizing something so that we have a safe place to go to when we get stressed. And you'll have this for yourself to look back on. You are welcome to join in with this part, or if you've had enough, you can go ahead and do the rest of your practice on your own. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the first journal prompt. So relating to the root chakra, how are you feeling right now? So I want you to write all the things that come to you and let it be really free and really honest. Without causing any anxiety in you by bringing up what's going on. We all know what's going on. I really want you to write down what you're feeling. And the more honest, the better. Because this isn't for me to read, this is for you. For you to see what's been stirring in your head these past few days. It's better to get it up and out than to just keep repeating it in your head over and over and over again. So whether it's writing it down, crying it out, telling somebody, it's good to voice this, even if it's just to yourself. So I'm going to give you a few moments now to write down anything that you're feeling. Good, bad, neutral. Maybe you're writing down that you don't really like this exercise. Whatever it is, just be really honest. Also, feel free if you want to put on any music during this journal exercise. I really encourage it. I can't do it because I'm using my phone now. Otherwise, I'd play some music for you guys. But feel free to make this your own. I'm going to give about another 30 seconds, and you know that you can come back to this at any time, so feel free to write the question down as well. Prompt number 2, relating to the second chakra. What are 2 ways that you could move your body daily to make yourself feel good? So obviously yoga, dance. Sometimes I like to just do hip swirls. Even getting in the bath sometimes, being in water, and just moving my body through that water. Hula hooping. Doing acro yoga with your partner, whatever it is. And give you a minute or so to write that down. 2 things or more, but just so you have something written down so that you can look back when you're ever feeling disconnected from your body. This is a way to come back to it, to feel. We're finishing up that now. We're going to move to the third chakra. You can come back again if you need more time, feel free to do so, or you can even pause the video. The third chakra is about confidence, our willpower. So what are 3 mantras that you can write for yourself to help build your confidence and cultivate peace within yourself? I'll give you a few examples and you can copy mine, or take a moment to think of your own. So I am strong. I am confident, I am loved, I am grounded, I am in my body, I feel connected to source. Whatever it is for you, I trust myself. I am able to move forward. So take a moment, writing those 3. We're going to move up to the 4th chakra, the heart. I want you to write down 3 people's names that you want to send love to. That way, the next time you meditate, next time you sit down in front of your altar, next time you feel like you want to do something to help out during this time, you have these names on paper to look at, to go back to, and to dedicate your practice to them, to send them love, to give them beautiful thoughts, to help encourage them without even having to talk to them, giving them a little bit of love. So 3 names, people that you want to send love to. Next, we're going to move up to the throat chakra, the 5th chakra. You have a choice. Okay, let me give a few options. The first option is to write 2 things that you are afraid to say out loud. So that might be something that you're fearful of, or a shortcoming, or something that has been bothering you and you haven't been able to tell the other person. Write it down right now, so that's something that you can maybe work through on your own when you look back at this later. Or if you're not really wanting to go into fear right now, totally okay. Some people don't want to dive deeper into fear right now because they already are feeling it. So write 2 truths about yourself. If you'd rather not go into fear, write 2 truths. They could be just compliments about yourself, 2 truths that you don't want to admit out loud just because it feels scary, whatever it is. 2 truths or 2 things that you're afraid to say out loud. All right, we're going to move up to the 3rd eye, the 6th chakra, your center of intuition. And this is the space that sometimes I like to meditate on, getting myself to visualize different places or visualize where I want to go in my life, to see my future, to create my future rather. So I want you to write down what your happy place looks like in detail, so that you can visualize this the next time that you meditate on your own. Like, say you don't have me in front of you to meditate and you want to, you either can pick those people and send some love to them and use them as a focal point for your meditation, or you can come back to this and visualizing your happy place. So if you're like, I don't really know what to do to meditate today. Okay, well, I look down here and my happy place says, the sand, the ocean, but the jungle is right there. There's greenery and clouds and blue sky, and it's a little humid in the air, and I'm with this person, and you can create whatever scene you want to create so that you can go back and really use this to help you focus and calm your mind. This is especially good if you have anxiety, to help calm your nerves, to bring you to a peaceful state, a peaceful place, so that you are able to come back to your body, come back to breathing. It's just a nice tool to have something to look back on. If you don't really know of any places, you can use mine. There's a beach in Hawaii that before you get to the beach, there's a big, huge jungle, a lot of greenery, and then there's this path, this beautiful, magical path. Birds everywhere, real muddy, walk barefoot in the mud, feeling my feet in the ground, and then I follow the path down. There's a river that's flowing through it, and then it opens up to this massive beach. There's all these rocks that you can sit on, trees that you can hang a hammock from, and then the massive ocean out in front of you. This is a real place. So if you need to, write down that or think of your own. Give you about 10 more seconds here, finishing up, or just writing a to be continued, and you can finish this when the video is done. Okay. Next, we're moving up to the crown, your connection to your higher self, the divine, God, the universe, whatever it is that you like to use. I want you to write down a way that you can stay connected to your higher self, to the universe. Whether it's praying, meditating, sitting in front of your altar. Some of us, it's working out. There's no right or wrong, but just a way so that you can be connected to yourself first, and then opening up to be able to be connected to something higher than yourself. Could be one thing, two things. Go ahead and finish that up. We have about another 10 seconds to do so. Okay. So I want you to take your pen and go to the top of the paper and write your date. Whatever the date is today, I'm not really sure. It's Monday. It is Monday, so go ahead and take a pen, write down the date so you know. You can look back on this. You have this sheet of questions with your answers on it to look back on. It's some material if you're ever wondering where can I do, what can I look back on to help me do the work, especially if you chose to go into any of your fears, or if you just want a little bit of inspiration, that you have this here for you. So we're just going to go ahead and bring our journals off to the side, place them to the side. Let's all sit up straight together. And we'll take our arms and just reach them up towards the ceiling. Wiggle the fingers. If you want to take a little back bend, we'll reach the arms up. One more time, gentle back bend. And we'll bring the hands up. We're going to take another twist over to the right. Bring your hands back up. Take a twist over to the left. We'll bring the hands up, and we'll bring our hands to heart. We'll close the eyes for for a moment in our closing, I just want to thank you guys for watching this video, for doing this with me, for taking the time to work on yourself in a healthy way through meditation, through journaling, self-discovery. I encourage you to look back at what you wrote, and maybe even a different day, do those same questions and see how they've changed. You always have your yoga practice, your meditation to help bring you back to the present moment. Anytime you feel anxious or worried or fearful, come back to yourself. That is the one thing that you can control, is helping yourself through this by connecting again. Connecting to your breath, connecting to the earth, and then connecting to a higher power. I thank you guys so much for being here today. I miss you all very much, and I hope that we can all see each other very soon. We'll bring our hands up to third eye center, center of the forehead. We'll bow forward, sealing in your personal practice. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope to see you all soon. If you have any questions about any of this, feel free to reach out to me through the Facebook page or under this video. I am always around. You can always DM me anything you need. I have plenty of suggestions if you need any more on things to do to help connect to the body. And I'm around, so don't be afraid to reach out. And I really, really hope to see you guys soon.